Hello, my name is Devin Strickland. I'm here to talk about is social media good for society. Let me ask you something. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? For a lot of people, it's not brushing their teeth, it's not getting out of bed to go get a drink of water. It's checking their phone, scrolling through social media notifications, messages, updates before the day even really starts. And honestly, that says a lot about the world that we live in today. Social media isn't just something we use anymore. It's something that become part of our daily lives. It influences how we think, how we communicate, and even how we see ourselves. So the real question is social media actually good for society? And the truth is, it's very complicated because social media has both positive and negative efforts. It has positive and negative effects, and we experience both almost every day. Let's start with the positives. One of the biggest benefits of social media is the connections. It allows us to stay in touch with people no matter where they are, friends, family, even people across the world we can communicate instantly with. That's something that people didn't have before us. And it's not just about staying in touch. Social media helps people build communities no matter what no matter what you're interested in or what you're going through, there's usually a group of people online who can relate that can make people feel understood and supported, especially if they don't have that in their everyday lives. Social media also creates opportunities. People can turn hobbies into careers, they can start businesses, promote their talents, and reach audiences they never could have reached before. For a lot of people, social media isn't just entertainment, it's a way to build the future. It also spreads a lot of information very quickly and very rapidly. News, awareness, important issues, everything travels faster because of social media. People can learn about People can learn about what's happening in the world in real time. And sometimes that leads to real change. People organize, speak out, and support causes that matter to them. Voices that might have been ignored in the past, everybody now has a platform. And on a simple level, social media can bring a lot of joy. Funny videos, relatable posts, creative content, it gives people a break from stress and something to enjoy. But even with all that, there are serious downsides we can't ignore. One of the biggest is mental health. Social media often shows a filtered version of reality. People post their best moments, best angles, even their happiest experiences. But that's not their full life. And when you compare your everyday life to someone else's highlight reel, it can make you feel like you're not doing nearly enough or not feel nearly as good enough. That kind of comparison can slowly affect your confidence without you even realizing it. Another issue is how addictive it is. Social media is designed to keep your attention. There's always something new to scroll through, something else to watch, something else to check every single day. And because of that, it's easy to lose track of time. Minutes turn to hours, and that time could have been spent doing something meaningful like working towards goals, spending time with people, or just being present in conversations and just every day in life. There's also the problem of misinformation. Not everything you see online is true, but because things spread so quickly, false information can reach a lot of people before it's even questioned. And when people believe things without checking facts, it could lead to confusion, arguments, and even real world consequences. Another thing that people don't always talk about is how social media can affect real life relationships. Sometimes people are more focused on their phones than the people right in front of them. And as crazy as that sounds, it's very true. You could be sitting with friends and family, but everyone's scrolling instead of actually talking and having a conversation. And over time, that can weaken real connections. Then there's the pressure to look perfect, to get likes, to keep up with trends, to fit into the. It can feel like you're constantly being watched or judged, even if it's just through a screen. And that pressure can make people change who they are just to be accepted and just to fit in. So when you really think about it, social media is kind of a double-edged sword. It connects us, but it could also distract us from real life and the people who are standing right in front of us. It gives us a voice, but it could also create noise and negativity. It entertains us, but it can also consume a lot of our time. So is social media really good for society? I don't think there's a simple answer for that one. There's advantages and there's disadvantages. Because social media itself isn't the full problem. It's how we use it throughout our day. If we use it in a positive way to connect, to learn, to support each other, then it could really be something really powerful. But if we rely on it too much, compare ourselves too often, or let it control our time and attention, then it becomes way too harmful. So maybe the better question is this: are we using social media in a way that actually benefits us? Are we using social media to negatively affect us? Are we in control of it, or is it controlling us? Because at the end of the day, we have more power than we think. A lot more power. We choose who we follow. We choose what we post. We choose how much time we spend on each social media, Instagram, TikTok, and we could choose when we need to take a step back when we need to. We could choose to remember that what we see online isn't always real, that some of it's false, and we could choose to focus more on our real lives, our real goals, our real relationships, and what really matters is our happiness. Because social media will keep evolving. It's not going anywhere. It's not going away anytime soon. But the way we use it, that's what will decide whether it helps society or it harms it. So use it to stay connected. Use it to grow. Use it to express yourself and express your feelings. But don't let it define you. Don't let it take over your everyday life. And don't forget to live outside of social media, because that's really what matters. Social media isn't real. Because at the end of the day, no number of likes, views, or followers will ever be more important than real experiences, real relationships, or real moments. And those are things that you will never find on a screen. Thank you.